Welcome to my Halloween Animatronic Collection video. Today, we are going to go over every animatronic that you see here, and then we are going to individually demo every single one of them. Stay tuned. You are not going to want to miss this amazing animatronic collection. First up, we have Bubba from Spirit Halloween. Next up, we have the Crouching Gravedigger. I do believe this guy was from Party City, but I bought him online at Walmart.
Come here and see. I am digging this space for you. Not so deep is the hole where your broken parts will lie.
Next up, we have the Grave Grabber from Spirit Halloween. I picked him up last year on Amazon. Next, we have an oldie but a goodie from 2016, the Hay Bale Popper from Spirit Halloween. Next up, we have the original Pumpkin Twins from Home Depot.
Trick or treat! Don't you look scary tonight?
Is my head on straight?
I hope we see some ghosts and goblins tonight.
Give us something good and sweet.
If you don't, we can be mean.
Yes, be careful. We can fight.
And also give you quite a fright. Trick or treat!
Next, we have the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington Tombstone Popper. Next, we have the Haunted Dolls from Home Depot's 2023 release.
Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do is play with you. I don't want to play alone. Please come and play with me. I'm so lonely. You're not afraid of the dark, are you? Oh, how I love the color black. Don't you? My dolly loves it too.
Next, we have this crazy looking witch. She actually broke in the process of getting her out here. She's supposed to move her head down and yell trick or treat, but that mechanism is broke. Next, we have this little popper from Lowe's 2022 season. Next up, we have the 12-foot Flying Witch from Home Depot's 2022 season.
How am I flying, you wonder? It's simple, really. By the powers given to me from dark magic. Would you like to do the same? All you need to do is trade me your soul.
Next we have the 8-foot boogeyman from Home Depot's 2023 Halloween season.
Run as much as your heart desires, for you cannot hide. I will always find you. I will invade your dreams and your mind. You cannot stop the inevitable.
Next we have the 8-foot witch from Lowe's 2022 Halloween season.
When witches go riding and black cats are pink, the moon laughs and whistles, 'tis near Halloween.
Next up we have the 7-foot Lethal Lily the Witch from Home Depot's 2023 Halloween season.
Happy Halloween! Oh, the stars are in perfect alignment tonight. It must be nearly time to help the spirits arise. Oh, I'm so happy you've come to help celebrate. And so have all my critters slithering around your feet.
Next up we have the 6.5-foot Gravedigger from Home Depot's 2023 Halloween release.
So, you're wondering what I'm doing out here in the dead of night, eh? Well, what does it look like? I'm robbing some graves, obviously. Now, are you gonna grab a shovel and help me or not? I just might split the spoils with you.
Next up is the original Gravedigger from Home Depot's 2020 release. I bought this one in 2022.
They say this place is haunted. Oh, I've seen the spirits of the dead walk in and floating above the ground, but that's not my job. No, sir, I put the bodies under the ground.
Next up is Creepy Towering Clown, or Grimsley the Great, from Spirit Halloween 2017. He is the one that started it all for the clowns at Spirit Halloween.
I'm starting a new juggling act. I'll need a hand from one of you. And a head. And a foot. That's all Eddie Park will do.
Next up we have the Headless Horseman from Home Depot's 2020 release.
When darkness has come, I bring the darkness of my soul out into the world. And I ride.
Next up we have the Headless Horseman from Home Depot. I'm not sure what year this was, but it's an oldie. It is pretty beat up and weathered. It still works, sort of. It's very quiet. The legs don't really work. I bought this secondhand. It's just really hard to come by, super rare, and I really wanted this thing.
I seek vengeance for the ones who took my head and left me in that shallow grave. And revenge is a meal best served cold. I suggest you not stand in my way.
Next up, we have the Lunging Reaper. I bought this off of Walmart.com last year. This is an oldie but a goodie.
Want to play a game of tag? If I catch you, you have to give up your soul. You're faster than you look. But don't worry, I'll get that soul one way or another.
Next up, we have Lord Raven from Spirit Halloween.
How dare you enter my forest? If you value your pathetic human life, turn back now. Or come closer, and you shall meet your doom.
Next up, we have Dr. Illume from Spirit Halloween. I picked him up secondhand last year for the 2022 Halloween season. Next up, we have Torture Box Woman from Party City's 2022 Halloween season. mechanism is pretty much worn out, and I heard these broke a lot, but she is still creepy nonetheless. Next up, we have the caretaker from Spirit Halloween. He was the store display, but he is personally one of my favorites.
There you are. I've been looking for you all night. I've come for you in regards to a serious matter. A very grave matter.
Next up, we have the Wizard from Home Depot's 2022 Halloween release.
I welcome you here, but you should not accept. Storms are mine to command. Demons answer my summons. Go forth and do my every bidding.
Next up, we have my personal animatronic that I had built from head to toe. Foam filled the mask, added in a little hatchet. We got some boots down there on him. I distressed all of the clothing. Inside of him is a wiper motor. There's also a speaker and a Raspberry Pi Pico. I do believe that's what's in there. Right now we are still messing with him. He does work, but the wiring is a little messed up, so we have to get in there and figure out what's going on with that. But all he does really is just rock side to side, kind of in a circle, and swings his arms. If you look at my video from last year, he is in there and working, but since then we have tried to revamp him, so right now he is not working. Next up, we have the Hauntress from Spirit Halloween. This one is a fan favorite. Next up is the Cauldron Creeper. Now this guy has seen better days. I have bought him secondhand as well. His mouth no longer moves. His cauldron is rather beat up, but this guy is still one of my personal favorites. Next up, we have this witch here from Lowe's. I bought this secondhand off of my buddy, and this witch is really cool. I know she is really old. Not everything on her works, but she is still super, super cool.
Looks like we need to add one more ingredient.
Next up, we have the Howling Werewolf from Lowe's. I do believe this was like 2016. I got this free from a friend of mine, and I've used this thing every season since. I absolutely love this one, even though he has two right hands, but that's okay. He's still creepy, and I love him. Next up, we have Freddy Krueger from Lowe's 2022 Halloween release.
Come to Freddy. Welcome to my nightmare.
Next, we have Michael Myers from Party City's 2022 Halloween release. This one is also one of my favorites. Next up, we have Jason Voorhees from Lowe's 2022. Then here we have another fan favorite from Home Depot. I do believe this was back in 2020. This scarecrow came out, and they have made multiple different variations of this. And also they're starting to dip into other Spirit Halloween props like Darling Dolly with these types of fingers. Next up, we have Smiling Jack from Party City. I actually picked this up at a local Mark's here in Ohio for like 70 bucks. Brand new in the box. This thing is really cool. It's just like Rusty. I also have Rusty, but Rusty's mechanism is broken.
Trick or treat.
Next up, we have a real classic here from the 2011 season. This is back in Spirit's good old days. This is Death Row. This guy is still amazing and still works great. I don't know how well he's gonna work in this chair, but we're gonna give him a go. Still works amazing. Next up is one of my absolute favorite props, and this one has never failed me yet. This one is like the little engine that could. This guy keeps on going. He's like the Energizer Bunny. This guy is Punctured Pete from Spirit Halloween. I purchased him back in 2020, brand new from Spirit, and I absolutely love him. Next up, we have the brand new for 2023 at Home Depot, the Swamp Fisherman. This guy comes with a chair. He is super cool. Let's go ahead and give him a go.
Well, it sure is fine to be back on my favorite spot on the river. It's a perfect night for fishing. My favorite catch are these big piranhas. They are so delicious to eat. If they don't eat you first. Hey, get away from my catch. This is mine, you varmint. Now, as I was saying, this here is a mighty fine fish and worth the fight. Come take a closer look. But watch out, it'll chew your finger off. Well, looks like it's about to storm. You best be careful and take your lead now. That crocodile is still hungry.
Next up, we have the Sitter of the Souls from Home Depot's 2023 Halloween lineup.
It is so good to see you. Would you like to play Ring Around the Rosie with me? Come into the graveyard. Now, let's hold hands and ring around the Rosie with this skeleton. Ring around the Rosie, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, you will fall down.
Last but not least, we have Dean, the Deathologist, from Home Depot's 2022 Halloween release.
Hello, good evening. What may I get you? I've been told I'm the best bartender from Timbuktu to Cornwall. So please, step up to the bar and I'll serve you what is likely to be the best beverage you've ever had. And your last.
And I will give you one final look at this incredible collection. We are 3 rows deep. But don't worry, we haven't forgot about the 12-foot Skelly or his little 6-foot companion. But I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you all for watching. Let me know down below in the comments which animatronic is your absolute favorite out of my Halloween collection.